I started, I think I was like 10 years old probably. And I went because my best friend went. And then I kind of stuck with it for forever because I just fell in love with it. My parents were a little worried at first because our first competition, I was a count behind and just staring at my friends the whole time. So they were kind of like, ooh, I don't know if we put her in the right sport. But then obviously after that I got better. And I stayed with it for a really long time. And then I met you and everyone by going to dream camps and went there for a few summers and still continue to go there. But and then convinced me to come down Beyond Dream, and I did that for a few years, and then that progressed into me coaching here and finding my family here, basically.
Hey, ODT families, welcome to our next episode of Meet the Coach. Today, we are sitting down with Coach Lauren, who is one of our longtime staff members. She has been in the gym for quite a while now as an athlete and then as a coach. She's coached a number of different teams. And so this should be a fun one as we learn a little bit more about Lauren and the way she likes to coach, her coaching philosophies, and some of her background. So, Lauren, why don't you, would you mind introducing yourself and telling people how you got started in the sport of cheerleading?
Progressed into me coaching here and finding my family here, basically. So
I love it. So, when you first started, since you didn't know how to count, I imagine you didn't have like gymnastics experience, or?
I had a tiny bit of gymnastics experience, but not a lot.
Okay.
I was just more wanted to tumble.
Okay. What tumbling did you start with? Like what level did you start on?
I'm pretty sure I had like a back walkover and a front walkover.
Okay.
And that's about it. And no other cheer or anything experience.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you start on like the standard level 1?
I actually started on a youth 2.
Okay.
It's just because that's the only thing the gym had.
Okay.
And then the next year I went back down to youth 1 because
that was a better fit.
This definitely should have started on level 1.
Okay. So you've even experienced being put on a team and then moved down and
yeah.
Okay.
I'm one of the kids that actually progressed through all the levels. Like I did a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then up to 6. So, and for multiple seasons, not going up every year. So.
Yeah. So what do you think that taught you as an athlete to like, as you went through that progression of level 2, level 1, level 2, level 2, level 3, level 3, level 4, level 4, 3, level 4, level 4?
I think it really helped me just actually master the level and go from being like a person who wasn't great to then being able to be the best at my level I'm at. And then when I did move up, I was ready to move up and be on the next team. And I wasn't like behind because I already had skills and stuff that I've been working on. So I think that's one of the things I do think is important is more leveling up when you're actually ready than, oh, I can just throw a tuck, so I should move up. But adding like all the skill sets. Adding like all the skill sets to move up.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely makes a big difference when you like when it fully clicks. So what is your favorite thing about coaching now? So what is your favorite thing about coaching now?
I really like mostly just watching, I'd say, the kids fall in love with the sport. Especially since I've started coaching some of a lot younger kids now, just watching them truly enjoy it and fall in love and want to come back and want to be at practice, I feel like.
Okay. What levels have you coached?
I started out coaching 4.2, and then I coached level 1 for a while, and now I'm coaching level 3, and then I do the Novice and the Tinies. So
And so this last year was your first year coaching a younger team with Pixies. Yes. And that was kind of an eye-opening experience for you. Like, how did that go as going from elite coaching to coaching just munchkins?
It definitely, it changes, your expectations. Obviously, you still have expectations for the kids, but they're just a lot different because it's more teaching them about just to have fun and enjoy what they're doing and wanting to be here. And that's fun for me too, because it takes some of that pressure of being at an elite level off of that. And they're just such a good time. They're funny and then goofy and They're like, you can have a horrible practice and they still give you a big hug at the end and tell you they love you. So the older kids, you don't get that as much. You can have a horrible practice and they still give you a big hug at the end and tell you they love you. So the older kids, you don't get that as much.
That's fair. You definitely do not get that from the older kids nearly the same way. So that's been a fun experience for you, so much so that you're willing to take on even more munchkins, which I think is such an interesting progression you see with coaches now. You're not the only person ever to kind of go through that. Celia used to coach here and was like diehard elite, hardcore, and then moved and got put with prep. And that was all she was offered at the gym she moved to in another state. And now is like, don't ever give me elite.
Yeah, definitely. I still like the elite aspect. Definitely. I don't think I'd ever stray fully away from it.
Yeah.
But no, the munchkins are just, there's something different. I don't think I'd ever stray fully away from it.
Yeah.
But no, the munchkins are just, there's something different.
So what about cheer is your favorite thing to coach between like stunting, tumbling, dance, jumps, all of that?
I would definitely say stunting. I enjoy coaching stunting. I think when I was younger and growing up, I was always more on the tumbling side, but then, injuries and stuff set you to a different course, and I fell more in love with stunting through that, and then doing all the stunt classes here and stuff. Just probably made that my favorite thing.
And so you had a couple injuries in your cheer career. When was the first big one in your like progression as an athlete? When was the first big one in your like progression as an athlete?
I think I was around like 16, so I was still in level 4, and it was like my junior year maybe, so right before my senior year, I think. So, I mean, I was pretty established on my team already and at my gym, so that part wasn't hard, but sitting out and watching everything happen was definitely a learning curve. But I think, I've talked about it with my old coach and stuff. It helped me progress into more of a leadership role on the team than just being a good athlete, I would say.
Yeah, and that gym was Northwest Silver Stars, which we have a great relationship with Christina and her program. And I actually think that relationship really kind of started because of you. Like we knew each other and we competed against each other, but we didn't really get as like now Christina and I are close friends. And that really started, you kind of were the first person to introduce that relationship.
Yeah. And I think that's great. It's really nice being able to like go from a gym that was my family when I was younger to move to a gym that's now a new family, but they're still all really
like close to each other and support each other.
Nice.
Yeah. And so you were on Northwest Silver Stars, you tore your ACL, right? Knee surgery. I remember you came to camp that year and were like, I'm already signed up for camp. I'm coming. I can't do anything. I think you worked on handstands. You did some co-ed stunting a little bit.
And some baskets, I think.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah. Because you'd had surgery, but you weren't like cleared to tumble yet. Or was it before your surgery?
Before my surgery, I think. Yeah. Because if I had my surgery, I really wouldn't have been able to do anything.
And so then you set it as a goal to recover and get back on the mat. And it was the next year after that like season that you came down to Dream, I think.
Yes. It was either the next year or 1 year after that. I can't really remember. But it was, close to something like that.
Yeah. And for you, I think it's important for people who are listening who like hear of athletes who like transplant and do those things. You were graduating from high school. Yes. So you had graduated and you were like, I'm going to now move as an adult and go and live down in Portland and, try and start my life. And it was just, you had a super senior year of eligibility. And then we ended up going open.
Open, and COVID happened, so I had another year of eligibility from that. So it just kind of worked out. I got a few years on Dream.
Yeah, three total years. And so that was that's a really interesting progression that not everyone has. You've been to a couple different gyms, you've moved states, and now you're coaching. So What do you think is important for parents or athletes or anyone listening to this to know about you as a person or as a coach, that would help them understand better why you do the things you do, why you do the things you do?
I think like in general, I'm not like the most outspoken, outgoing of all the coaches in this gym, especially, but I think that I really try to make like connections with the kids and just do things in trying to think of the words just in my way that works for me without having to be quite so, I don't know, loud and aggressive, I guess would be maybe the words I'm looking for.
Sure.
But yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you're definitely you're a challenging coach. Like you hold your kids accountable, but you're definitely not that coach that's out there like yelling and top of your lungs, which I don't know that we have any coaches that are like yellers, but we definitely have coaches who are more loud. Their volume is higher. So much so that you're like trying to use the remote to turn their volume down when you're trying to coach next to them. I know I'm one of those loud voices. So, awesome. Well, I really appreciate you sitting down with us. I'm sure the parents do as well. They will get to hear a little bit more from you when we do like head coach updates and we talk about how the teams are doing. So you'll get to see Lauren's progression as she gets more comfortable in front of the camera, because it's awkward when it's your first time. But yeah, thank you. And it's awkward when it's your first time. But yeah, thank you. And you did great. Everyone gets to know you a little bit better. And now we're going to get to practices. So we'll see you guys in the gym.